Want to know the name? Devil May Cry.
Yeah, after, I think...
Oh my fucking god, it's so fucking bad!
A combination of Nintendo actually realizing they super fucked up with the Wii U.
Oh yeah,
Iwata dying.
they finally realized it.
Yes, they did. Iwata dying and Reggie leaving.
Stepping down. And like, everyone's like, oh no, Reggie. Like, Reggie fucking didn't know what he was doing!
Reggie didn't have the...
Reggie ran
even
Nintendo of America
faintest
into the
idea.
fucking ground. What are you
didn't have
talking about?
Fucking McDonald's
Business
college
degree,
yeah. McDonald's University guy.
He didn't know how to run a video game company, so he hired consultants who also didn't know how to run a video game company.
From the same school he was from.
It, like, he was just memeable.
Yeah.
He just had a really funny looking face.
Yeah, he looked... I want to know what was up with the scars. I didn't even notice until the E3, when it was like a really big close-up.
Really big,
like,
high resolution image.
Yeah, I was like, what, Reggie, what the fuck happened to your face, my dude?
Who the fuck could that possibly be? Moving on. Ugh. Anyway,
What was I saying?
I'm gonna have to edit that out. That was fucking weird. It's the scars on his face are like
Oh yeah,
the fucking grease from the burgers. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, he was like kind of
Reggie?
yeah.
He didn't know what he was doing, and
Yeah.
he thought he did.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like
He was running it like you would a normal business company.
yeah,
But Nintendo's not a normal business company.
Business
Number one,
company.
they're a video game company.
yeah,
So, like, public relations are kind of super important.
yeah.
Number two, like, he didn't have any awareness of the product.
No.
Or, like, how people felt about it. Like, again, it was one of those things where, like, this is a problem with Nintendo at large, but they don't understand that they don't have control over their image.
Yeah, yeah.
What has control over their image is the audience perception of the things they do and say.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the thing, like, you started to really, like, this is the big turnaround with video game companies, is, like, if you're gonna have some kind of presence on the internet, people are fucking weird. People are weird on the internet.
Yeah.
The Sonic Twitter account was, like,
Exactly.
the one where it's like, oh, someone finally gets it.
Yeah, yeah. That was why that was so... Like, oh shit, really? The official, the real
The
Sonic?
actual legit Twitter Sonic account.
Yeah, yeah.
Is, like, posting, like, the Sonic memes and shit like that.
Yeah.
And, like, people are finally starting to get that.
And that started a whole thing of, like, suddenly all brands were doing that.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's and Moon Pie and... Ooh, pardon me, just every single...
Like,
God, it's a sorry state of affairs over here. Every
companies
single
are
brand,
finally
Twitter.
understanding how to work social media.
Yeah, yeah. And not in the, like, 1990s way
Yeah.
of, you know, still thinking it was the 50s and whatnot.
Like Poochie, like... like, he's hip and cool with the kids. Like, no, people are actually starting to get it.
Yeah, yeah. It took a long time.
Although that's bringing its own pitfalls where, like, companies are also, like, hiring, you know, just shitty 20-something white girls to run their Twitter account.
Exactly.
Who think that it's their Twitter account.
Yes. Who
And
don't
they can just be
understand.
like, LOL, fuck you, the virgins.
Yeah, yeah.
All these virgin white men are crying over me. And it's like, you're representing
Yeah,
brand.
it's not you. It's not your opinions.
And you're doing this to the people who give money
Yes.
to the brand.
You've been given the image of a certain brand.
They're paying you to do this because because they don't understand that you should still need qualifications for this fucking shit.
Yes, exactly.
That there should still be a standard. They're
Yeah.
just going like, oh yeah, you're... Like, it was like that it was the Mighty Number 9 thing, where they just, motherfucker just hired his girlfriend to run the public relations.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, you need someone who has, like, PR, like, but that's the other thing, is you can't hire an old school dude because they don't know how to fucking do it either.
Yeah, it's a new frontier, like a middle class has been created here.
Like, you can't just get any random 20-something-year-old to do this.
19-year-old California white girl, you know.
Like, you gotta hit that sweet spot of, like Aaron Weber, whatever his name is. I think it's Aaron. Is it? Aaron Weber? That's the Sonic guy.
Oh.
You gotta hit that sweet spot of, like, someone who, like, is aware of the expectations and the perception of the brand by the community, but also isn't a fucking retard.
Yeah.
Who knows how to do social media, but, like, doesn't think that it's their social media account.
Exactly. Someone who knows how to use social media but wasn't raised on social media.
Yes. Exactly. You got it. You did it. You said what I said in the absolute least possible retarded way.
You know, someone who understands the responsibility that they've been given and what they have to do. But...
to, like, get people, because their job is to get the fans to have positive feelings towards the brand.
Yeah.
That is literally their job.
Yeah.
You are doing the opposite of your job right now.
Yeah.
With what you are doing. And, like, Nintendo still hasn't figured that out.
Yeah.
To be fair, like, that's still something that a lot of people are having trouble figuring out, but Nintendo is, like, very much still has no idea how fucking the internet works.
Yeah. Nintendo is still a bunch of old Japanese guys in suits.
Yeah. Because I remember, like, they did a thing. I think the one time they did a thing was, like, RT for that boy, or Fave for Slippy. And they thought Slippy would win. Like, just like, oh, you're trying.
Yeah, you tried. You saw it.
You saw me.
You're trying to imitate something you saw, and you're kind of failing at it.
You know what it is, though. They can see it.
Yeah.
They can see the successful version of what it is they're trying to do.
It's embryonic.
And, like, again, leading back into that, like, that was the problem with Treehouse, was it was just, like, some 20-something-year-old spoiled white girl who thought she was progressive.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's who Nintendo had, like, running their localization.
Yeah.
Like, the English branch. That was who fucking Reggie hired.
Yeah, exactly. They thought,
gotta have the hip young crowd.
Apparently. And, you know...
Who like, supports pedophilia or something.
Talking about a loud minority that you're dumb enough to think is the majority just because you're loud.
This boss is fucking right. Good thing I have this broken-ass devil trigger.
Good thing, thank God I have a square button.
Good thing I have this square button to play the game with. Is there a sweet spot for this? For a lot of the bosses, there's a spot you can stand in that just makes you completely fucking invincible.
So you can attack the weak points and massive damage.
I think I found it. It sure is a boss fight.
Yeah, I always thought, what would it be like if Nintendo had the same sort of PR as Sega does?
Yeah. There's a perfect world here.
Yes. I don't know if they ever will.
No.
But the Switch is they're definitely wising up a bit. Because, I mean, the Wii and the Wii
I feel like no, they're not.
Well, I mean...
I don't think they are wising up. I think the pendulum has swung the other way. Because, like, the Wii, they got lucky.
Yeah.
The Wii U, they got unlucky.
They got cocky.
With the Switch, they have once again become lucky.
Yeah.
But, like, surely they are learning from their past mistakes?
It's really hard to say.
It's hard to tell.
Especially because, as we said, I mean,
they're certainly not successful because they're learning from their mistakes.
No, it's divided into NOJ and NOA, and they're two different places.
Yeah.
one is successful, one is not. And I mean, Nintendo's always been a terrible company. They're just the Disney of video games. The only reason they're still around is because their intellectual properties are so beloved. If they didn't have those, they would never get away with the shit that they do.
Yeah, like, if they had to, like, work for it, if they had to earn the respect that they just automatically have because they were the first ones on the scene, they would not get anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, they just made a Mickey Mouse with Mario. Everybody knows Mario.
And that's the only reason it's become this thing where Nintendo is beloved because of their intellectual property, so because of that, they can do no wrong, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So, like, they make fucking Splatoon, which is the most nothing.
Yeah, that was the best example of it.
And then people are like, because of Nintendo.
Yeah.
There's nothing here!
There's nothing about that. What do you think is so great about it? It's not bad, but that's just it. It's so not bad.
It's fine,
If any other company made that, it would be this teeny little indie game that was made and then went away and no one would play it.
I mean, that's still kind of what happened.
I mean, that's what happened, but...
But people pretended that it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Way more. Because it came from Nintendo.
Yeah, it's a new Nintendo IP. I don't get it.
That's another reason, like, Smash is treated the way it is. Because it's like, let's take it seriously. Like, it's a fucking, like, party game.
Yeah. Where all of their mascots kick the shit out of each other. Like,
and people only try to take it seriously because it's Nintendo. And they're like, why won't Nintendo realize that this is a serious fighting game?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so, like, we're getting to a turning point.
Yeah.
In the industry. Fucking, like, and what better example of that is there than Capcom?
Yeah.
Because Capcom, like, they're the biggest example of, like, the rise and fall and then the phoenix from the ashes. That we're seeing, like, on a macro scale of the industry at large. Because, like, where was Capcom originally? They were, like, the third-party developer. Yeah. They were, like, the biggest name, most well-known, and most recognized and beloved game studio / publisher who weren't making consoles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. They were the world's tallest midget.
They had all the killers. They got Mega Man. They got Street Fighter. They had a lot of shit, like the Capcom Versus games, like that whole franchise of fighting games exists based on, let's just take a bunch of Capcom characters and have them fight other companies' intellectual properties.
Yeah.
Capcom versus X-Men, Capcom versus Marvel at large, Capcom versus Street Fighter, which doesn't make any sense. What did I just say? Street Fighter versus Tekken. That's what I meant to say. Street Fighter versus. So like, oh, here's a motorcycle, by the way.
You know.
As you do.
That's Sonic's motorcycle.
Interacting with this motorcycle has given you a shotgun! What?
Sorry, was it on the seat?
Oh, look, it's foreshadowing, because Dante's gonna have a motorcycle as a weapon in DMC 5.
Much like using a moped as a weapon in Yakuza.
It's all predictive. It's like poetry, it rhymes. Okay, I can close to your eyes.
Oh, that's a confusing.
Close to your eyes, but far off in your mind. Close or close? Close. The hunter must learn the value of options. So let's upgrade our guns, so we can play even less in the video game.
So it will go fast.
God damn it. What's going on? There we go. Jesus. By the way, that's it. Did you think that's it? That's all the motorcycle did.
It's over.
You're done. Go,
It's over now.
Go home. And then the dark times came. The downfall of Capcom, aka like that's a freck, a gur, freckin' gur. We are fighting freckin' gur now.
Or frick the first.
That's the most disappointing thing about like the downfall of Capcom was it was because of Keiji Inafune. That's the reason it happened. Is Keiji Inafune just started running them into the fucking ground because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And you can tell that because as soon as he got away from Capcom and started doing his own thing, he ran it into the ground and didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Is he even Mighty Number 9?
Yeah, that's what he is now! He's not the Mega Man guy anymore!
Yeah.
Keiji Inafune is no longer the Mega Man guy. He is now the Mighty Number 9 guy. How quickly you can take all the goodwill and the benefit of the doubt in the world and immediately squander it. Yeah. Immediately squander it. Right away. People used to go like, oh, Capcom sure does suck, because we didn't know. Like, during the dark times. People would go like, oh, that Capcom sure does suck, but at least Keiji Inafune is in there trying to hold it down. Yes. Little did we know, Keiji Inafune was the kid with the matches.
He was dragging that shit down.
Little did we know that Capcom, like, ceded all of their power to Keiji Inafune, and were, like, letting him... Weirdest death animation ever. And, like, letting him run the company, basically, and the reason everything that happened with Capcom happened was because he deigned it so.
Mm-hmm.
Why did Clover Studios get shut down? Keiji Inafune. Why did they keep having a bunch of bad, unknown Western developers make games out of their properties? Keiji Inafune. How come we never got a new Mega Man game? Keiji Inafune. It was all his fault.
And only after Mighty Number 9
did people finally realize, like, oh, he doesn't know.
What a perfect, like, turn of events for, like, oh, here's how this guy runs shit.
Yeah, here's how he run. Wait,
that's how he ran Capcom.
Yeah, that's the thing, because, like, he sold Mighty Number 9 on the promise of, hi, I'm Keiji Inafune. Remember how much you love Mega Man? Remember how Capcom sucks and is evil now? Mm-hmm. It's almost like he tried to do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Because, like, he kept doing all those interviews where he's like, the Japanese game industry doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. It needs to learn from the West.
Yeah.
The Japanese game industry needs to get its shit together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he was, like, trying to get Capcom to make all these games with, like, Western developers. And they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and all those games sucked ass. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my god, it was such a weird thing. Like, oh, that's what happened! Oh, it's so fucked up!
Yeah.
Because, like...
Oh god.
That's what happened with Hideki Kamiya, is, like, they went off and made Clover Studios within Capcom. And they made just, like, these, like, experienced, creative, and well-respected and known Japanese developers within Capcom. Mm-hmm. And Capcom went, you guys know what you're doing. You keep making good games. You made the Resident Evil. You made the Devil May Cry. You guys seem to have your shit together. Here's an office. Just do whatever the fuck you want. And so they did. and then, like, and then after giving them that, Capcom turned around and said, okay, Keiji Inafune, run our company for us. Mm-hmm. Thereupon which, Keiji Inafune went, those fucking Clover guys. Those fuckers don't know what they're doing. They're Japanese developers. They need to learn from the West. I'm gonna not give any fucking marketing to their games whatsoever. Mm-hmm. All of those games died on the shelf because they were not given the marketing they deserved. And you know why? Because Keiji. That's why fucking Hideki Kamiya hates him. Whenever anyone asks him about Keiji Inafune, he's like, that guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And now we get, and now we know why.
Now we know why.
It's his fault.
Yep.
So, like, people would talk shit about Capcom to Hideki Kamiya, and he'd be like, shut the fuck up. Like, literally, he's like, don't talk shit about my home. Because he still knows. He knew all along that Capcom were fine.
Yeah.
And it was Keiji Inafune.
Yeah.
And so now that Keiji Inafune's... So now that Keiji Inafune's gone, Capcom's finally getting their shit together. They're making new Mega Man games. It's Orangutangara. Like,
Mothra will save us.
Only now, after Keiji Inafune has just destroyed his own credibility for eternity, have we gotten a new Mega Man game. Welcome to DMC2.
Jesus Christ.
We're playing a video game, everybody. It's like almost the opposite of what happened with Hideo Kojima. What we thought was happening with Capcom is what actually happened with Konami. It's like a fucking gradient chart. And it happened in reverse too, because we thought Konami was okay.
Yeah.
And then it turned out no. And we thought Capcom was bad. But it turned out it wasn't Capcom's fault.
We know who it was.
We know now.
No.
We're going through this like weird reverse redemption arc. Where Capcom's just like, hey, do you guys just want us to do a remake of Resident Evil 2? You do? Okay.
Yeah, okay, let's
Fuck
do
it. Let's just do it.
Yeah, it was just like a poll, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like an internet
yeah.
poll.
On
Like...
Facebook, they're like, seriously, do you guys just want us to make Resident Evil 2 remake?
Yes, okay.
Okay, sure. Why not? We do it.
Yeah, fuck it, you'll buy it.
We do it. I know they'll fucking buy it.
Yeah.
You think they're not gonna fucking buy that shit? I'll tell you what. They fucking will. And then they were like, wow, people gave a lot of money to Mighty Number 9. And then they got really mad at it. Do you think we should make a Mega Man 11?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Let's just do it and see what happens. There was a point where we should have stopped and we have clearly passed it, but let's keep going and see what happens.
It's like that video that explains all of what
Mighty Number 9 was
about.
Yeah.
And it was
the Stop Skeletons from Fighting video.
Going on and on and on.
It was like,
you're just like,
oh
no. Just got like more and more pissed off.
Yeah.
As the video went on.
Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it just gets louder and louder. So we're playing Devil May Cry 2 over here. Every once in a while, we'll just turn and look at the TV screen and be like...
we're in a heated discussion about something completely unrelated.
Well, it's mildly related, because at least it's Capcom.
And it's video games.
Like, we'll turn and be like, oh yeah, technically I am playing a video game right now.
Oh, no.
The tank boss fight from Metal Gear Solid, this is not. Is only mildly difficult because there's a second tank off-screen shooting me where I can't see him.
And you cannot Batman lock onto it.
Oh yeah. I understand what you're referencing. What do you think? Speaking of Nintendo,
Yes.
what do you think the next Mario game is going to be like?
I have no idea.
Isn't
I don't
that
think
the question?
Nintendo is going to think about that for a long time. They're
Yeah,
gonna
probably
ride,
not till their next console.
Yeah, they're going to ride Odyssey until... Well, maybe it'll be a sequel to Odyssey like they did with Galaxy.
Oh yeah, I always forget Galaxy 2 exists. And then, like the next Zelda game's an even more fucked up question. Because at least Mario Odyssey's just still the DNA of
it's
Mario
Mario
64. It certainly is Mario 64.
Yeah, they just keep doing like good versions of that game.
Yeah.
They made Super Mario Bros. And then just kept making that game. They made Mario 64 and just kept making that game.
But Breath of the Wild really is like, what the fuck are they gonna do next?
To me, it always seems like a GTA 5 thing. Like they're just not gonna really make enough.
yeah. Like we're never getting Grand Theft Auto 6.
No, that's never gonna happen.
It's just like, what would it be?
Yeah.
We got Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
And apparently that was okay until the ending. I don't know. I still haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2. I guess I should at some point.
For VR.
I'm gonna wait for a big price drop, actually. Because, like, you can get GTA 5 now for, like, $30.
Yeah, you can get for, like, 20.
And, like the PS4 version you can get for, like, $30.
Yeah.
And that's the version that has, like, the first-person mode and shit.
Yeah.
And you don't have to spend 3 hours installing it off of disc 1 first.
Oh, yeah, because after my shitty used 360 that I bought to replace the one that Red Ring scratched my copy of GTA 5. I bought another one.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah, I bought another one. It was like $18 fucking dollars. It was 2016 or something.
Yeah.
That was like direct from the manufacturer, not like someone that's reselling it.
Yeah, like shrink wrap.
Yeah, it was like $18.
Oh, there's footage of the co-op gameplay from DMC 5.
Looking at your phone.
I'm literally
While
holding down the square button, not looking at the screen at all.
Well, that's a good video game.
It's an infested tank, by the way.
Oh.
It's not just the tank.
No, because that would be
It's
good
infested.
enough.
By what?
The T-virus.
Oh yeah, that is probably where that's coming from. Oh yeah, he didn't know how to handle the neighbor coming over. Yeah, our drunk neighbor. Like, they're making some noise over there.
That means it's time to party.
Better go introduce myself. I'm just like,
And not even that much.
I don't live here anymore.
They're warm bodies.
And you once again got incredibly worried.
Yep. If I had known it was that one, then I wouldn't have done that. But I was like, man, I don't trust that
Stranger?
shit. Yeah. I don't trust that shit.
Because, like, just, man, I don't know at the door.
Yeah.
Is he here to assassinate
and
me?
it was like,
is he making a mistake?
On Christmas Day,
Yeah.
druggy guy, but then also, someone broke into our car and stole everything.
I don't like it.
You remember when that very first day when you called the lady and scheduled the thing, and then you like woke me up, and
I was like, it's on place.
Let me not actually.
That sure is a place
it's
that
on,
we. And you were like, oh, that sucks. Better keep looking.
He said it's on such and such street, and I immediately went, that's a shame we have to keep looking. Now you're beginning to understand why.
How did that even hurt me though? Oh, look at that. So, kind of spoiling the thing I wanted to talk about at the end of the game.
Well, we can still talk about it at the end of the game.
I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen. Because I don't think I've ever gotten that low on health before. I'm literally not even looking at the fucking screen.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, I grew up...
Kind of spoiled that. Anyway.
In this
part of town.
Is there a porch light on?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't remember.
You didn't turn it off last night.
I thought I did.
Did you?
I remember turning it off.
Oh, then guess maybe you did. Well, how is that? Oh, no, that's not.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Never mind.
Yeah, I can never tell the difference between theirs and ours. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
Got my heart tank.
This is where I grew up. The shitty parts of
This shit house
is entirely shitty in the shitty.
This shitty part of town.
Maybe even that I shouldn't say. Bleep that out.
I'll make a note. At 1:33.
I accidentally gave too much personal information.
Fuck off. Fine, whatever. Jesus. What is this crap? I hate this new phone. I hate that it's a new phone.
I don't know why that was so
1:33 bleep.
Yeah, I can't stand that shit when you're just like, I just want to do this one thing. They quit popping shit up.
Like, oh, this
whatever.
is the first
Whatever.
time you opened up a thing.
Whatever.
Fuck you.
I just want to type something.
It's the worst part about having a new phone is that it is in fact a new phone.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, the gist of what I was saying was,
Jesus Christ, the fucking camera's freaking out.
I grew up in the really shitty parts
Of the
two
place we
different
live.
towns.
Oh.
Yeah, including the town we live in. And I swore I'd never... And then I left and swore I'd never be back.
And yeah.
And now I'm back.
And I understand now.
And immediately regretted coming back.
God, it looks like an error.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that looks like it's a mistake.
It does, like, so much of this game just looks like a fucking accident.
Yeah.
Oh my god.